Welcome back to the It's Just Sport podcast paper review. I'm Joanna Reardon.
I'm Neve Talon. We are bringing you the latest in sport, and we have some more tickets booked for the Tokyo Olympics. So it was a fantastic weekend in boxing as three Irish athletes made the Tokyo Olympic qualification. Kellie Harrington, Aoife O'Rourke and Michaela Walsh all qualified for the Olympic Games after winning their respective quarterfinals in Paris over the weekend. This was the European Olympic boxing qualification tournament that was due to take place last year in London but was suspended mid-tournament. So that's when everything kicked off last year and they were pulled home in the middle of the competition. It was evident that all of these three fighters were a step above their opponents in terms of technique, movement and boxing IQ. Kellie Harrington capped off a brilliant week for the boxers as she won gold just a few hours ago to cap off her Olympic qualification, which will give her immense confidence as she goes into the competition. It was also an incredibly proud day for the Walsh family as both Michaela Walsh and her brother Aidan both qualified for the Olympics. Michaela Walsh will fight for gold tonight.
That's all very exciting in the boxing world. It's incredible to see Kellie Harrington now see back at it. I saw a stat online, which I kind of thought you'd be a little bit curious, or you'd be interested in anyways. I know I certainly was. But people obviously check the Irish boxing teams at the Olympics, for the last, for the amount of years women's boxing has been in since obviously 2012. So in London, Ireland sent 6 fighters. 5 were men, 1 woman. I think we all know who the woman was. And then in Rio, there was 8 boxers sent, 7 men, 1 woman. But in Tokyo this year, there's going to be 7 obviously booking their tickets, and that's 4 men and 3 women, which I think is incredibly exciting to see how far women's boxing has come in such a short space of time, that we're able to send 3 women, considering it's just been the 1 woman, which is obviously Katie Taylor, for the last few years. I obviously had a massive fangirl over Kellie Harrington as well. I just think she's like class in anything she does, and I consistently joke with her, and if she's watching this, I mean, Kellie Harrington, I know if the boxing is obviously going well for you, but if you still want to be a healthcare worker and be my PA, you're definitely more than welcome, because I think we'll have some crack anyways. Over in athletics news, there was more fangirling done on my behalf. Hollow's own Michelle Finn qualified for the steeplechase race in this year's Olympic Games in Finland. She recorded a time of 9:29.25. This is the second fastest time ever by an Irish runner in the 3,000 metres race. Meanwhile, Louise Shanahan, Nadia Pauw and Georgia Hartigan have all improved their ranking points. There was a split second between third and fourth place, where Shanahan and Hartigan came respectively. Pauw also ran 2:02.10 for fifth place. All 3 athletes will receive significant ranking points that increases their chance of going to the Games, with Pauw now in the top 28 of 45 places available. In para-athletics, over in the Europeans, Niamh McCarthy claimed Ireland's second gold medal in Poland. Competing in the F41 discus event, McCarthy defended her crown and produced a season best throw of 30.03 metres in her third throw to secure the win. Did I ever tell you that, like, the massive joke between myself and her dad, like, which just
No.
came about really, like, unnecessarily randomly? So I was about 16. I had just, like, done all the stuff that I had done. And I started getting flowers like every year for like my birthday, junior cert, like whatever like achievement I did, I was getting flowers. But they were signed like from like your secret admirer. And I was like, all right, like fair enough. But like these flowers kept coming. And then
Mm-hmm.
after the 2016 Paralympics, they were signed from the discus dad. And I was like, what? Like reading it, like I had no idea. And then I was at an event, like I think literally 5 months later, and they were like, "Oh, this is Niamh McCarthy. She's the discus thrower." And I was like, "Hang on a second." I was like, "Is your dad sending me flowers by any chance?" I was like, not to sound like weird. She was like, "Oh my god." She was like, "I'm so sorry." She was like, "I did not know that was happening." She was like, "He's such a jokester that way." So Niamh McCarthy's dad always sends me flowers for every occasion. So I hope he got her a lovely bouquet for winning gold in the European Para Athletics.
Yeah, no, it's brilliant. Like, absolutely delighted to see Neve achieve that, and obviously everything else is going well in athletics in terms of like that qualification for Michelle. And we're thrilled for her and can't wait to kick off the Olympic and Paralympic Games in the next couple of weeks. In terms of hockey, we're all watching the Irish hockey team, and obviously we had massive success with them in the last couple of years. So they kept their European Hockey Championships dream alive after a crucial win against Scotland on Monday morning. The Green Army go into their final game against Spain knowing a draw will secure a place in the next round. Ireland got onto a winning start on Monday after a crucial goal came in the final quarter of the game against Scotland. The first half saw a few close chances, but it was Naomi Carroll who got the vital touch in the latter half of the game. It was a memorable day for Nikki Evans, who also earned her 200th cap. international cap, becoming the sixth player on the team to do so. So that's definitely a massive achievement for her and massive congratulations. A draw or win against Spain will mean that the team will progress to the semi-finals and seals their spot in the World Cup in 2022. So fingers crossed, and let's see what happens.
Yeah, all very exciting. I watched the Netherlands game, and obviously I watched the Scotland game. Like, it's really funny watching the Netherlands because they're great to watch if they're just not playing your team, because it's obviously like, oh, these girls are like so good. But no, the Irish girls definitely stood up. I thought they were very good in the second half against the Netherlands, only letting in one goal, and then it was very tight against Scotland, obviously for Naomi Carroll. Getting the winner. But in LGFA news, things are heating up in football with Donegal, Dublin, Mayo, and Cork all in this weekend's semi final. Donegal defeated Galway by 421 to 210 at Tuam Stadium. Cork needed to fend off a late rally by Waterford to claim their 211 to 28 victory, with goals from the Sullivan sisters, both Breed and Kira, to seal their win. Mayo were impressive winners over Westmeath, with 2 goals each from sisters Tara and Kira Needham in their 418 to 6 win, while Dublin won 217 to 4-point victory over Tipperary. So it's all to play for this weekend. Incredibly exciting to see who will go through, and I think all those games are on TG Car, so make sure you check them out.
Yeah, no, it's brilliant. I think everyone's delighted to have the games available on television and have all the action. In Camogie, a double header awaits in Nolan Park as the National League semi-finals get underway. Tipperary will take on Kilkenny, while Cork and Galway throw in at 5 p.m. There was serious action over the weekend, which made it definitely interesting watching. It was a tight affair between Limerick and Kilkenny. Limerick showed up with their determination and gave grit against the reigning champions Kilkenny. Gave them a good run for their money, even looking like the winners for a large part of the game. Points from the first half and a late second half goal proved pivotal to the Cats, who then went on to win 213 to 13 points. Over in Tipperary, it was an easy win with 417 to 13 points over Offaly. Grace O'Brien scored 2-4 from play, while Kosh Devan netted 2-5. Both sides were down to 14 players at the end of the match after several yellow cards saw 2 players sent off. Offaly did have a few goal chances early on, but they just couldn't get it going, while Tip were on fire for the first 60 minutes. In Division 2, Wexford will take on Down and Antrim will play Meath in their semi-finals this weekend.
Yeah, incredibly exciting in Camogie. Great to see, obviously, my home county in the double stages again. So fingers crossed they'll be able to get the job done. Over in soccer news, we have international news and domestic league news. Peamount's winning record came to an end on Saturday as they drew 2-2 with Wexford Youths. Galway won 2-0 over Cork City. Shelbourne had a great 5-0 victory over Athlone Town, while Treaty United ran out 2-1 victors over Bows. The Irish national senior squad have 2 international friendly games coming this week, Friday, June 11th and Tuesday, June 15th. The doubleheader of games marks the final outing for the team before their World Cup 2023 qualification process gets underway in September. Vera Pauw has named an impressive 23-woman squad for the games, which includes 8 domestic Women's National League players, such as Saoirse Noonan and Ciara Grant. Wexford Youth's teenage sensation Ellen Malloy has also been called up. The girls travel to Reykjavik on Friday ahead of their 2 games versus Iceland, who are ranked 17th in the FIFA World Ranking. So a great test for Ireland to see where they are. You know that the stadium in Reykjavik is like smaller than Turner's Cross, and it's like the national stadium, and I find that like the most amusing thing like on the planet. Like I don't know why I find it so funny. It's obviously just catering to their incredibly small population. So yeah, I just want to wish the girls in green all the best with their games, and hopefully get some good steam going for their FIFA World Cup qualification campaign coming up as well.
Absolutely. In terms of more football related content, we have an interview coming with Tegan Ruddy. So definitely check that out. It was great to chat with Tegan, and we've a couple of other football interviews that have happened and are on the Her Sport YouTube channel or on podcasts as well. So the Chloe Mustaki video is one of the most popular It's Just Sport podcasts we've ever done. So if you haven't watched it already, definitely be sure to check it out.
An incredibly insightful interview if you have missed it. We touched on probably every topic under the sun with Chloe. So make sure you get on that.
Absolutely. I think that's all for now. There's lots more coming up over the next couple of weeks, and we're getting really, really close to the Olympic Games. And so stay tuned in, and if there's anything that we missed, just let us know, and we will make sure to, give everybody that we can a mention. If you want to catch us on social media, tune into us at hersport.e on both Instagram and Twitter, and Joanne will let you know what her handles are.
at JoanneOR_OX on Twitter and at JoanneOR on Instagram. So definitely check us out. Feel free to follow us and let us know who you want to see, who you want us to interview, and we'll definitely do our best to try and get the latest news and upcoming stars to give us interviews. So, Niamh, it's been a pleasure.
I know, great to catch up on all the exciting sport this week.
Cheerio.